This is two-way traffic.
Hey, Kaiser here with another video. This is part 1 of 3 videos for my time in Japan. I'm currently riding a 20-plus-year-old mountain bike with a cracked frame, so that's lovely. This is going to be quite a relaxed video, so I appreciate anyone who stays to watch. Now for today, I have 2 destinations planned. The first is Tokyo Metropolitan Shakuji Park, to go look at very pretty leaves in nature. Second destination is a really large park called Tokyo Metropolitan Hikarigaoka Park. There's definitely some things about the infrastructure here that I want to talk about and would love in America, so sit back and enjoy an international ride. And I immediately arrive at Shakuji Park. I'm sure it'll be even prettier with blue skies and the sun's out. No bikes allowed around the water, so enjoy a short ASMR-ish walk.
Canada.
Back on the bike, time to head to Hikarigaoka Park. Hikarigaoka Park has this giant tower right next to it, and that's my point of reference. I don't have my Wahoo on me, so I'm just riding in the general direction looking for that tower. I was really proud when I just rode randomly and saw a tower, like damn, that was easy. While heading there were multiple strips of bike lanes that were super easy to ride. Even though it's unprotected and it's just a painted lane, the safety I felt on it compared to the States was drastic. It's partially due to the cars passing me being smaller than the giant SUVs and trucks in America, so I had a lot less panic as a car passed me in Japan. Although many roads are 1 lane only, so cars are guaranteed to pass right next to you, which just isn't great for my standards. However, when I get that feel, it's legal to ride bikes on the sidewalk in Japan. So if there's a lot of congestion or no space, I can just move over. I don't have to do that quick 360 scan to make sure there's no cops nearby, it's just legal. Also, the sidewalks are much wider here, so even if there's a bike coming towards you, you can simply slow down and pass by each other fairly safely. One thing I always think is cool in Japan is how pedestrian focused it is. On major roads like this, there's either loads of signal changes to allow people to walk across, or there's these overhead bridges so that you can cross whenever. I don't think I've ever seen this in America. Maybe because no one walks and no one's capable of climbing stairs here, you need to have an elevator to go up to the bridge instead for Americans, so not very financially smart, I guess. And so, I arrived at a totally different tower, and I see what's most likely the tower I wanted to go to, far in the distance. Continuing on with our ride, now I have visual on the goal, so that direction we head towards. A small thing I'm amazed here is the driving skills. I guarantee you that 80% of American drivers, myself included, would be incapable of driving safely and park safely in Japan. It's just ridiculous how small these roads are and parkings are. One thing I noticed about Japan was how not straight. These roads are so curvy. If I use a major road, then it's straight, but what's the fun in that? The side roads snake everywhere and it's really quiet. The views change quite often and it does make it easy to get lost for sure. As I continue the ride, I once again come out in a most definitely not my destination.
とあれマジ
You may ask why I don't use my Wahoo. Well, that's because it took a solid 2 weeks to get the Japanese map installed, so I just have to stop and look at my phone over and over and over and over and over.
塔があった
Eventually, I arrive at Hikarigaoka Park and am absolutely gassed. I partially blame the cracked bike, but mainly the fact that I have just not exercised in a while. Once arriving at the park, my first thought was, why are there so many people? I'm definitely an introvert who does not like being in crowds, so trains in Japan are definitely rough for me. But it's the middle of the day, on a weekday. Why are there so many people? My assumption is that this is the only place with a green space and sports facilities nearby, so pretty much everyone nearby will come here.
ナタでここはあるのか ナタでここ
One thing I've noticed about these parks in Japan is how they're solely made for pedestrians and bikers. Maybe the occasional cleaning vehicles, but that's about it. The parks I grew up near in America were large and had lots of facilities. However, you travel within the park by driving to your destination. So even within the park, you have to worry about cars passing by. In Japan, that's just usually not the case. Additionally, I found out many parks do not have light posts at night, so the park becomes pitch black, which is quite scary, not gonna lie. Even in the middle of the day, low light, shadowy areas can become super dark and sketchy. The road designs in Japan are just so pretty and so clean. You can keep watching the roads, and they're made symmetrically and has nice sets of nature, and you barely have to worry about potholes or grates in the middle of the road, and I'm just really jealous about that. After leaving Hikarigaoka Park, I was in a mall area and then to a train station, and I eventually got home. What do you think of this first ride in Japan? 2 more videos after this, so subscribe if you're interested. Next up is a major cycling pass called Arakawa and a bike festival called Akigase Bike Lore. Thanks for watching, bye ya!